Hello and welcome, my friends. It's me, Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today as we explore the full Sturgeon moon. Some of these full moons have some pretty funky names, but they do have history. Once upon a time, fishermen would see the sturgeon really start to swell in numbers. They were able to start to gain that abundance as these fish started to become more plentiful. I've never had sturgeon. I'm sure it's a lovely fish. But that is why we call this the full sturgeon moon, because this is about the same time every year that they'd see the sturgeon come to swell and to really come plentiful. Now, it's kind of funny. When I was starting to get ready for this reading, I usually don't mention what zodiac the full moon rises with. This month, the full moon is rising with Aquarius. As I was getting everything ready, that popped in my head, and I'm like, is it a rising with Aquarius? And is that important? I don't know why I question myself anymore. The answer is yes, to both, actually. It is rising with Aquarius, and it is going to be really relevant. So when a moon or a planet is rising with a zodiac, it means in the space, the zodiac is right where the moon or the planet is. So it looks like it's rising with that sign. So the Aquarius sign, yes, it's a water bearer. However, it's an air sign. And air is related to knowledge. The full sturgeon moon has a lot of knowledge to share with you. Now, yes, I will prove it in the cards. It doesn't even matter. I know it does. That kind of inflexible knowledge is going to be really relevant and will support you. As the next 5 days, we can embrace this amazing energy. We can also tap in to that Aquarian knowledge to help us move forward even a little bit more. So to prove my point, and I know it's not going to be hard to prove, but I have cards. Because many people struggle with people just coming up and going, yeah, that's important, without some tangible connection. So in this reading, I have gone with the Shadowscape Tarot. It's a beautifully drawn deck. I love it. And I've paired it with the Oracle of Lemuria. Beyond Lemuria Oracle. Got that all mixed up. Again, beautiful deck. They speak so well together. Like always, I have links below to both these decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out. So let's get into this. Let's see what the full sturgeon moon is going to offer you guys. What can my friends expect from the full sturgeon moon? Okay. Beyond the mind. Such a beautiful card. It talks about the knowledge that is beneath us and the wealth of knowledge that is above us. The full sturgeon moon is encouraging you to use your top couple chakras here to connect into that knowledge. Like I said, knowledge is going to be important. That intuitive knowledge is going to be vital. We're starting to see that harvest come in. Well, it's important that we use this time, this harvest, to our advantage, which means slowing down, which means connecting in with what's happening here and now, opening ourselves up to this insight, to the miracles that are present in our everyday, to the wisdom and guidance that the high vibrational beings want to share with us. It sounds complicated, but not so much. When we start to get out of our head, we can get out of our way. And there's a number of ways we can do this. Meditation, of course, being one. And the second is creativity. Doing what you love to do, what you can spend hours doing, and it brings you joy. Creativity is not limited to arts and crafts. Creativity is just you being able to express you. You're not thinking about what's going on. You're not looking at those challenges. You're just enjoying that time. Those aha moments will come in. They will support you, and you'll start to be able to connect some dots, which again is something that we really want to do right now. Let's get some more insight, shall we? What card represents the full Sturgeon moon? Now, for those who have been with me for a while, you'll know that I am kind of shifting things up and using my creativity. I really enjoyed Friday, where I kind of shifted things up, and well, I'm continuing that shift up now. The 8 of Pentacles. I love how Stephanie has done this deck. It's beautiful. It has such unique interpretations of the cards, and I love that. So of course, we're looking at, and it can be hard to tell, in all the busyness, we're paying attention and focusing in on those details. Those details are important. Like I said, being present is vital. We can't get caught up in the what ifs and the should haves, the could haves, and the would haves. Focusing in on the here and now helps us to be present for messages that are hidden in plain sight. Angels do it all the time. So do other high vibrational beings. Those repetitions, those patterns, those symbols that catch you off guard. We need to be present, and we need to be paying attention to some of these smaller, finer details, because that's going to help you overcome what it is we're really challenged with right now, no matter what you're challenged with right now. Those finer details will help. Paying attention to what is being shared with us, because it always is. Let's get some more insight into this. Whoa! Oh, good, caught that. What further insight, wisdom, and guidance can we share with my friends for the full Sturgeon moon? I don't know about you guys, but it feels crazy that we're coming up to the middle end of August already. So insane. What was going to come in? Sometimes the camera does it, sometimes not. It's the 5 of Wands. There are many more foxes than 5, but there are 5 wands in the card. There we go. The 5 of Wands talks about that inner conflict, that challenge. Our ego is not going to let us do this. It's not going to be easy. If it was easy, we would have already done it. Our ego is going to bring in those what ifs, that heartache, that pain, those could haves, those should haves, those would haves. Helping to destabilize us, helping to sidetrack us. Your ego wants you to stay very stagnant in that little box that it has created for you. It does not want you to start to gain insight, to grow, to develop. Because when you do that, you're pushing the boundaries of your box. It does not want you to be paying attention to what's going to be meaningful, that'll bring you happiness, joy, fulfillment. No. It wants you to be stuck and stagnant. So we are going to have to combat that. Ways that we can do it. And yes, you can, because we do it all the time, is through grounding and meditation, helping you to take control of the one thing you can control, your breath. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I support my friends with 4 playlists to help them with some of these challenges. One is a mindfulness playlist, which of course will help you bring you right into the present. And then I have 3 meditative playlists. They vary in length. 2 of them are about 30 minutes long, and the other one is about 5 to 10 minutes long. They're all guided and will support you with what the title says. I've got ones on grounding, I've got stability ones, balancing ones, healing ones. But the one thing that they all do is help you take control of the one thing you will always be able to control, your breath. Now, I have no strings attached. These are free for you to use, revisit, enjoy as often as you need. Because there's enough strings attached to life that we don't need anymore. Meditations will help. Another way we can do that, of course, is through crystals. I always encourage my clients and students to start out with even a quick grounding exercise to help you feel connected, as crystals can support you in grounding, like this one. This is a tiger iron. It's a polished one shaped in a heart. You can get them in any size and if it's polished or rough. But crystals are amplifiers. If you're already grounded, they will help you maintain that groundedness. Rather than compete with your current energies, if you start off in a grounded space and put on, say, even like a black tourmaline or oxen bracelet, tiger iron bracelet, pendant, keeping it in your pocket. Close to your skin is good. So I usually suggest polished ones for that reason. And they'll help maintain that grounded, stable energy, which helps you control that ongoing inner club of minimizing and limiting beliefs and thoughts. Because again, you have control over that. Because when you do, you get the Queen of Cups. When you're not listening to that inner committee of crap, you're opening yourself up to the Queen of Cups, who's the second most intuitive card in the deck. The most intuitive card, of course, being the High Priestess. The Queen here, though, is her everyday personification. How you use that knowledge, that English is not my first language today. That intuition to your advantage. When you're grounded, when you're stable, you're opening yourself up. There you go. Like I said, meditation can help with this. Creativity can help with this because you're opening yourself up to the same knowledge here in different ways. Now, the Queen of Cups is also a very creative card. In the original deck, Pamela Coleman Smith drew the Queen sitting in this lovely, very ornate throne and holding a very beautiful cup. In the whole suit of cups, it is the most ornate cup because she has created it herself. And that intuitional creativity will support you in moving forward. Because you stop thinking and start just connecting in and doing. That's going to be so helpful, so invaluable over the next 5 days as we enjoy this divine feminine lunar energy and as you go forward. Because you can use these tools anytime. Oh, how beautiful. The Star, the 17th card in the Major Arcana. Of course, you're looking at your hopes and dreams, those long-term goals. We don't want to get caught up in what we think we should have done, or what we think we need to go forward with. Allow that creativity to explore and possibly rewrite which star you're following. Because as we develop and as we lessen that scream of our ego, we are more able to connect into what it is that's going to bring us that deep joy, that abundance, which connects into our soul's journey, which many of us don't remember. And that's okay. Because the more you're getting out of this, in that screaming, that ego, that low vibration, into this, that high vibration, that shift will help shift the energies around you and in your life. No matter what heaviness, burdens we're feeling from our work, from our daily grind, when we start to shift our internal energies, we start to shift the perspective of others and our course. Because how we treat ourselves is reflected in how others treat us. So they mirror our energies on how we're feeling about ourselves. Have you ever noticed when you're having a really bad day, people treat you really badly and it just makes it worse? Or when you're really having a great day and things are going great and you feel good, people are like, wow, have you lost weight? You look amazing. And they're supportive and excited to be with you. That's the mirror that I'm talking about. That's the shift, that knowledge that the full Sturgeon moon wants to support you with. Shifting those energies, it's not a leap of faith. It's not anything to be scary about. We're not changing life here. We're changing perspective. That change of perspective is huge. The Four of Cups. Of course, like all Four of Cups, we've got cup out of reach and cups that should not be. So the Four of Cups talks about hyper-focusing in and getting stuck on that daily grind. Those could-haves, those should-haves, those would-haves. I'm running out of table space. And missing that Holy Grail that is being offered to you. It's time to connect in, open ourselves up, shift that energy, and start making headway on what's going to bring us joy, what's going to bring us the abundance. Because like the Holy Grail, it's a life-giving source of energy. So full moon is just really bang on here. It's going to be awesome. Because at the end of the day, we all want the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. That insight, that wisdom, that guidance. You now have 3 cups, all intuitional energy. The star, again, intuitional. We've got that element of creativity in the star. And then, of course, we have beyond the mind, connecting in that intuitive energy. So I don't know how much more intuitive words I can put into a sentence, but it's something we need to work on. And no matter what our skill set is with our intuition and working with our clairs, we have the ability to connect in. Every single one of us. We all did it as kids, and we all shut down. Of course, we shut down for a variety of reasons, but the overriding reason that everybody I talked to shut down to was fear. Fear of what was seen, heard, or saw, what you connected in with, or fear of prosecution. Fear is fear. It doesn't matter what it is. And it can be a bit of a bear to overcome. but with practice, with patience, you can. Also knowing that you are in total and utter control of it. At any given time, if your intuition pulls in something or something comes forward to you that you are not ready for, that you do not want, you can ask it to leave. And if it doesn't, then call in Archangel Michael. You don't need anything fancy to do it. You just need you. I actually discourage using things like Ouija boards. I discourage things like pendulums. Not in the beginning. They can be a good tool. The Ouija board, I never think is a good tool. But a pendulum, yes. It can help to confirm. But you can get so much more out of working with your clairs and strengthening your skill set. Ways you can do that, because again, I'm a big supporter of helping you guys out. I've got a number of meditations that will help. And like I said, meditating helps to calm you, ground you, and open you up. So I've done 2 with Archangel Raziel, who really will help. He's an amazing archangel who supports us with our intuition and our clairs. So I've got one that is connecting in with our intuition, and the other one is reducing the blockages and barriers we have to using our intuition. Both will be fantastic and easy to incorporate in. I think both of them are about 30 minutes long. That intuitional energy is going to be vital. Trust in you and trust in your abilities. It's part of that aha moment that the full Sturgeon moon wants to share with you. We've been ignoring those ahas. It's time we start to listen to them. Oh, actually, before I get into this, I did have one more shift. What challenge will my friends have in embracing all they can from the full Sturgeon moon? Because a lot of us do have that challenge, right? We have challenges. Well, life can be a challenge, right? Yeah. The world. And can I tell you how much I enjoy the fact you've got the full moon there? The reason I picked this card or this deck is because of these cards. They're so beautiful. The world, also known as the dancer, that ever-changing ending of a chapter and a beginning of another. This is our challenge, though, and we're afraid of that. We resist it because it's different and there's fear. And our ego screams loud and clear when it comes to fear. So important that we do take that time to embrace these changes. Change is inevitable. It's part of our life. The more we resist it, the more it hurts, the more anger we have. The more we explore it and start to connect in with it, see that positive, shifting our energies, the more we're going to get out of that experience. The full Sturgeon moon offers you many different ways to connect in and start to shift your energies, shift your perspective, and bring in that new chapter with less resistance. The more we support the dancer, the more she turns to an ally. And the more you're going to get out of the next 5 days. So, choice is yours. We have been gifted with free will. It's up to you what you take from it. But let's see what else we can add to this. What supports will help my friends embrace the messages and guidance that the full Sturgeon moon is offering them? I love the imagery in this deck, but the cards are ever so slightly too thick. They don't bend well. And so when they shuffle, they're clunky. Earth Star Chakra. So many of us know about our root chakra, which is our first chakra at the base of our pelvis. It's a third, It's a third dimensional chakra system. The soul star is part of the fifth dimension. Now, many weeks ago, I talked about the importance of starting to shift from this third dimension to a fifth dimension because we need that added support. The soul star chakra really grounds us. It's about 1.5 to 2 feet underneath of us. So similar to how your crown chakra kind of hovers above your head, we have more that ascend upwards and another one that descends downwards on the fifth dimension chakra system. And it really connects us to Gaia. It stabilizes us and grounds us like never before. Many of us struggle with grounding because our root chakra just can't cope enough. The the Earth Star Chakra does. It helps to really connect us in. And we need that connection. Loud and clear. The earth. Of course, we're looking at that connection to Gaia, that stability, that groundedness that I'd mentioned. We need it. It helps to open us up. It helps us to feel stable. We feel more able to do what we want to do, what we need to do. So, connecting in. And many of us are blessed. It's summertime. We have that ability to go out and walk in grass, whether it be at a park or in our backyard. We have that ability to connect in with nature. Taking some time, getting away from things and getting some fresh air. Again, taking control of your breath, connecting you in and grounding you. Because when you do, you shine your light. Such a pretty card. Reminding you, we have our own journey. It runs parallel to many of our friends and our family. But it is our journey. It's our abilities that make us us. And the more authentic we are to us, the true we are to our soul's deeper purpose, the more we're going to get out not only the next 5 days with this full Sturgeon moon, but the rest of our lifetime, the days and weeks to come. New blueprints, reminding us it's never too late to change. Change is scary. I really encourage small baby steps forward so that it doesn't get scary. But new blueprints mean you can make things different. If you don't like where things are at, it's up to you to make that shift. Start to make little shifts in your everyday to bring about the change that you want. Like I said, even that energetical shift will go a long way in helping you overcome some of these challenges and bringing in what it is you need and want. The higher our vibration, the more abundance we receive, because the universe likes to reward us, gives us those gold stars. We get extra supports. We get the abundance that we need. Things fall into place. It makes our life so much more enjoyable. So it's not time to give up on us, on our journey, no matter where you are in that journey. You have the ability to make a shift in your everyday to bring about that change that you want. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today. I hope that you found some insight and guidance into how you can embrace the next 5 days and really enjoy the full Sturgeon moon. Now, over the next couple of days, I'm going to be live a couple more times. Friday, tomorrow, I will be live an hour later than I normally am on Fridays. So it's 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Monday, I will be live with the Virgo reading. About normal time again, 2 o'clock is my normal time right now. And then on Tuesday, you're going to receive another meditation. Actually, it's a mindfulness tool that's going to help you stay in the present and help you connect into you. So over the next couple of days, you're going to have a lot of content. So please enjoy it. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Until tomorrow, my friends.